Okay, let's go. Let's go. Hello. Welcome to The Long Quiet Year, Episode 0. What even is this? Well, it's where I play the game The Quiet Year. Let me explain it after this. The Long Quiet Year. Okay. So what is The Quiet Year? Maybe you never heard of it. Well, this is it on screen here. It's a world building, collaborative world building map drawing game. Usually played, so if I look at these instructions, it says usually 2 to 4 hours. What I'm doing is playing it throughout the entire year. So usually multiplayer as well. I'll be playing it solo. So you get a deck of cards, you draw a card, you answer the prompt. Deck of cards is 52. Each of those prompts covers 1 week of the year. I should have written this down before I started, hey. So throughout the game, you play an entire year. So by playing 1 prompt per year, this game should take most of this year. That's the Long Quiet Year. I'm comfortable with that. Just, you'll figure it out. So I am playing solo. Before we answer prompts though, we just have to set up. So that's why this is happening now. And in the new year will be the weekly prompts. So let's get started. So yeah, let me just read it off. This will explain it better than I can. So, this is a map drawing game. You collectively explore the struggles of a community, trying to rebuild after the collapse of civilization. It's a game about community, difficult choices, and landscapes. When you play, you make decisions about the community, decisions that get recorded on a map that is constantly evolving. Parts of the map are literal cartography, while other parts are symbolic. Players work together to create and steer this community, but they also play devil's advocate and introduce problems and tensions into the game. I'm sorry, that text wasn't even on the thing. Let me, off to a great start here. So like I said, I'm playing solo. Any kind of collaboration will be with chat or any viewers. Do I have viewers? Looks like a few people here. And I won't be drawing on a map. I'll be doing it all in 3D as well. We'll get to that later. Supplies section, we're ignoring that. Usually a blank piece of paper, pencils, erasers, index card, that's all going to be 3D. The dice I'll get to next episode. Contempt tokens, I'll be honest, I've played this game a lot. I think we've used the contempt tokens once. The whole idea of being quiet during other turns, it's hard to police, and I don't think I would want to. And I do have playing cards again next episode when I get to the prompts. So, preparing your space, again, this stuff doesn't apply. So let's start. Let's start the opening story. For a long time, we were at war with the jackals. Now, finally, we've driven them off and we're left with this a year of relative peace. One quiet year with which to build our community up and learn again how to work together. Come winter, the frost shepherds will arrive and we might not survive the encounter. This is when the game will end, but we don't know about that yet. What we know is that right now, in this moment, there is an opportunity to build something. We're gonna be building. So it ends in winter, starts in spring, goes by season. I did consider hacking it to match my local seasons. That is not something I want to do right now. Explaining the tools, this doesn't matter right now. And again, these are mainly for the facilitator to explain to the other players. I don't need to be talking about this right now. So the deck we'll get to next week. Who we are. This is who I am. We have two roles to play in this game. The first is to represent the community at a bird's eye level and to care about its fate. The second is to dispassionately introduce dilemmas as scientists conducting an experiment. The Quiet Year asks us to move in and out of these two roles. We don't embody specific characters nor act out scenes. Instead, we represent currents of thought within the community. When we speak or take action, we might be representing a single person or a great many. If we allow ourselves to care about the fate of these people, the Quiet Year becomes a richer experience and serves as a lens for understanding communities in conflict. So I'm going to ignore the rest for now. Sketching the terrain is where we start. And again, not sketching, doing it all in 3D. If anyone is in the chat, let me know if you want to kind of join in. This is where, more than anywhere else, I'm going to need some contribution, but if not, that's fine. So the terrain. Again, I'm playing solo. Usually this goes in rounds, each person's turn, like any multiplayer game. I'm gonna treat this like there are four people. So whenever the next few steps, you'll see what I mean. Before the game begins, we must establish some facts about the community and what its surroundings are like. We begin with a brief discussion, taking 2 minutes at most, of the general terrain and habitat of the area. This can be as simple as someone saying how... Alright, so these are all examples. Each person contributes a thing. Everyone should introduce a detail and draw it on the map. So, let's look at our map. I tried to be as kind of blank canvas as possible. Honestly found it difficult. So we got green, we got rocks, got a bit of a beach, we got little islands and this little thing sticking out here. For the first thing I'd say is, so maybe that beach would have been something I would have said before if we were starting blank, but the first thing I want to add to take advantage of the fact that this is all 3D is mountains. I want to make like a tall, away from the beach, maybe closer to up here. And right away, the scale of this is a bit weird. So let's see what's happening here. Off to a great start. Great start. What is happening? Alright, make that a cylinder. There we go. So is that the top point, or is that's the, yeah, there we go. Mountain. Huge, huge, huge. Tall. Tall, tall. No. It's got a fat base, and all I need to do is bring this up. That is a mountain. Maybe a thicker bottom. And, whoop. I don't want that. It can be a bit slanted, that's fine. Put that about there. Let's make it here. And I'm gonna... Where's the point there? Make it a bit higher. Make it green. Or should it be grey like the stone? Let's make it green. It's a darker green. Or that to blend in. No, that's good. So we have a big mountain. I'm going to duplicate that. This counts as one suggestion. And make that shorter. Slanty. So like a mountain, not quite a mountain range. And again, we can add detail to this later. I'm happy with that. So the next thing, so I added 3 things. I would like the opposite of a mountain. I'll have like a cave. Where is this? So find this grey section. No, that was the green. I could have labeled this stuff. And I'd say here. I want to just yeah. Just want to dig a little cave into the side. Let's make that a circle. Let's make it negative. I'm using Womp. Womp is great. Just the ease that I can do stuff like this in. dig that into there. Yeah. Actually, make that a cylinder instead. And oh boy, I'm getting a bit of lag here. Bit too ambitious. So I want this to be, ooh, yeah. Now, not huge. Let's say, ooh, well, that's very small. Turn the roundness off. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. There's a little cave here. A mountain. I don't actually have trees, unless you count these things as trees. To get a sense of scale, I did make a little house, which is there, and a little person. But we're not. That's just for scale, and we might use them later. So I want two more things. Links, hello. Looking for two more things to add to this island before I keep going. Got mountains, got a cave. Got a beach. I could count the beach as a thing, I guess. Really struggling here. I don't want anything man-made. That kind of rules out a lot of things. Let's put a little... Put another hole. So we got a cave. Yeah, let's just put a hole. Here. Keep breathing into the night. I hate wearing this. So, that should be better, huh? Thank you for the tip. So what I'm doing, a hole. I can duplicate this and then put this over here, but make it negative. That's all right. It doesn't have to go into the... let's call it a clearing. And make it a bit bigger. No roundness. Maybe some... oh, no. There's my little clearing. Now one more detail. Cave, mountains. I would love to make these mountains a bit bigger. Or let's duplicate that. Bring it over. Rotate. Smaller. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Rotate it a bit more. Yeah. We had a great holidays, thank you. Completely uneventful, which is how we like it. I was supposed to work, so I made zero plans, and then I didn't, and then it all worked out. One more thing to add to this. How I want something a bit messed up, but we didn't talk about genre before. I'm sure that was in the rules somewhere, but I'm thinking like a bit witchy, magical, creepy. A swamp. I need a. Oh, yeah, it needs water in the inland. How do I. Yeah, where's that hole? Duplicate that. A swamp. I love swamps. Creepy. Um, it doesn't make sense to have a swamp near a beach. How about here? Change the size just so it doesn't look like that other little clearing. Or maybe it's just a lake. Now I can change. Try not to be making all these noises into the mic. Forget what I'm doing sometimes. Let's make it gross, kind of greeny. Oh, that's just around the edge, huh? I know what to do. What if that is positive? A round it out. Round it. Oh, that's not rounding it out. That's making it bigger. I lost my mouse. So good at streaming. Round it out. Bring it down. Alright, I know what I'm doing. Negative, then duplicate, and then positive. Bring it down. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Doesn't really look like just looks like a giant orb. Unround it. What's this gonna do? Ooh, nope. Nah, um, this is gonna be water. For that, I need to move it somewhere. You know what? This is the hole. This hole is now water. Duplicate that. Positive. When I say water, I mean gross water. And yeah, this is the gross pool. Lovely. How was your holidays? So I'm not going for realism here. So I'm okay with this. There's a clearing with rock, swamp, mountains, little cave at the side. What is the next step? I'm looking at the rules, but they're not showing up. Ah, that's what I did. That's what I did. Alright, that's the terrain. Resources, of course. So I'm gonna think of four. Um yeah, that's the holidays. Um Choosing a resource makes it important if it wasn't already. If you pick gasoline. Ah, links. um don't know what you can do about that, but hey. Um Holidays, if you think of holidays as different to every other day, they can be rough. But it's just another day. Some things aren't open, and that sucks. But um, let me get back to. um, Choosing a resource makes it important if it wasn't already. If you pick gasoline, it becomes something that your community wants and needs. Four things. Oh boy. Scroll. There we go. Resources. What are some things that a magical island would need? It doesn't have to be magical. Any takers? Cannabis. Um, let's say uh, weeds, herbs, but we secretly know what it is. We know what it is. Herbs. Um, doesn't have to be a physical thing either. Like magic, happiness. Herbs. Water is like a. I don't want to go too obvious. Not water, not air. Um, wood. Just thinking about Catan now. Um, this is tough. Herbs. Companionship, let's say. Um, what if there's like, nah, yeah, I'm gonna write companionship. Then we can get weird. It could mean a pet. It could mean, but the idea of not right now doing this solo with a bit of help. I could see it's not as easy as if you have other people playing. So um, companionship. So we've got a physical thing, an idea, metaphysical thing. Um, Herbs could mean food. I'm gonna say food. If that seems, let's we can have one obvious one. Food. And finally, thinking of like monsters in blood. Oh, I'm trying to avoid putting blood down. What about bones? I'm thinking of all the because you add correct characters, right? And I was thinking of each one could be a different weird creature. Um, so I'm thinking monsters, witches, whatever. Bones. Bones is a good one. Bones and herbs feel kind of magical. What about no bones? I don't want to think about these for too long. All right. Now, once I've done that, using Miro, by the way, I love it. I love it for this kind of thing. Um, as a group, we now choose one of those resources to be in abundance. It gets listed on the index card under abundance, and whoever called it now draws an abundance. The other resources get listed as scarcities. I also put them on the map. Alright. One of these is in abundance. I regret putting food there. Let's say berries. Get specific. I don't want that at all. I think I have to. Berries. One of these is in abundance. Let's say herbs. There's so much green. Let's change herbs to red. No, red looks like it's dangerous. If I do green, it'll be see-through. How about that red? And abundance. That's too small. This text was so huge before, wasn't it? Why is it there? Let's go to the map. Oh, it's frozen. Womp's very needy. Every time it's in a separate tab, it'll say, "We miss you." I'm like, come on. Alright. Learn it up. How long has this been going? Alright, here we go. I've already forgotten herbs. Well, how do you draw her? How do I model herbs? Let's say this bit near the mountains is very herby. I guess herbs would just grow on bushes, right? ground, in the dirt. Let me look at you. There we go. So herbs. How do I make a herb? Let's just put. Let's make a very round little bush. I want to look too similar to berries though, because we've got to deal with that too. Yeah, different green to the bottom. Duplicate that. Make it shorter. I think I'm pushing this to the limit. It's just let me trying to rotate the camera. So that's good. I should be using reference and looking at actual herbs, eh? Yeah, you know what? Let's go back to this cylinder. It's gonna be like more of like a twiggy, like a weedy thing. Like this. With that's very small, but it's a little square top. Again, this isn't. I'm not going for realism here. This is my herb. Actually, it's more like this. And let's put a little color on top of that. Welcome to the stream. I see someone popping in. I'm playing The Quiet Year. I'm setting it up. I'm going to be playing one prompt every week. Playing it in real time. Imagine that. Here we go. That's our herb. Not red. Not red. Because we're doing berries. Berries don't have to be red. Alright, now. Oh, let's see how broken I can get this in a year. Combine them. Duplicate. This one can be a little lower. And then grab both of them. Duplicate. Let's just have a bunch. Duplicate those. There we go. That's enough. It's a little field of herbs over here. Oh wait, these are the ones. This is in abundance, right? So let's double that again. Okay. Looks like one of them's not actually in the ground. It looks too high. There we go. Maybe I'll add even more off stream. Huh? Oh man, was that even on? Yeah, it was on cam. I thought I had this covering it. Herb's companionship. How do I draw that? Let's draw a big house, I guess. It is in scarcity. All the rest are in scarcity. So. I'll show that by having one house. And, you know, by that. No, because that means everyone's living in that house. Well, scarcity. That's companionship. Berries, alright. Berries I know how to do. Should they be near the weeds? So let's just have one bush of berries. That's how scarce it is. And you know what? The berries grow near this swamp. Oh, that does not look good close up. It's easier if no. Add another shape. Put it over here. Look at the scale on this. Now this will be a rounded cylinder. A bit higher than that, a bit longer, a bit longer. Very round. That's my berry bush. So I'm hoping every week I do this. It's not going to be this long every time. I'm just going to be making it one thing. I'll be answering prompts, but then there'll also be... Look at that swamp. I love how gross that is. Didn't even know. I might make that a bit swampy during the week. There we go. Now. Oh. Keep clicking the land under it and it ruins everything. Alright. Duplicate this. Make it a circle. Make it small. How big are these berries going to be? That's too small. That's too small. That's good. Now, the herbs are red. Let's make these berries. Let's make these berries blue. About a nice yellow, like a. Alright, I'm gonna add this, but then just easier to do that than just finding the right yellow. There we go. Get this materials window out of here. There's Barry. Just reminds me of any kind of like town building game where you like video game, I mean. This is a town building game, really. Just where everything has to be kind of understandable from with tiny, because there's going to be so many of them at some point. How many berries are on this bush? Let's say 4. And the entire island eats off them. 4 is not very many, is it? Oh, that looks really gross. I like it though. There's my berry bush. There's my herb garden. There's the lack of companionship. Bones. Bones. Why did I say bones? There's a pile of bones back here. They need that for their magic and stuff. They don't really question where it comes from. Maybe we'll get to that. Yeah. I don't think when you add a new shape it always ends up in the same spot. I want it to show up where my camera is. So. Alright. Alright, here we go. Behind the mountains. So it did say these can be symbolic. So I don't have to draw a pile of bones, but I'm gonna give it my best. 50. 50 by 50. Oh boy. You know what? Yeah. What if this is just like one giant like a spine? That's where we don't get lots and lots of bones, we just get bones off this one. Oh boy. Struggling here. Just a row of bones. Nice. Let's say 4. So these are our bones. This is gonna get messed up. So, those are my resources. Got a lot. That doesn't look like a lot of weeds, does it? Not weeds, what are they? Herbs. Yeah, alright. No. Let's get to new things rather than mess with what's already there. Okay, what do I do after that? I think that's set up, right? Zoom in there. Starting resources. Have everyone declare a resource and decide which is in abundance. Update the map to reflect before proceeding. I think that's it. Yep. That's the setup. I'm ready to go. Weekly, I'm thinking. I'm hoping. That's kind of the point of what I'm doing. So this is our island. I'd like to take a screenshot, maybe have a time lapse once we get going. I did want to add. Got like places of interest. Oh boy. So this is what we were doing when we're setting up the place. There was clearing, swamp. Let's say bone field, herb field, the berry bush. Is that all we got? And cave and hut. Cave, hut. We don't know what's in any of those things yet. So there we go. Now we got the prompts for next week, and then I've set up this for spring. I think we're done. If you want to check out A Quiet Year, check out buriedwithoutceremony.com, created by Avery Adler. I've covered their name there because I have an old version, so old that their dead name is still on the front. So just go to that website, check out Buried Without Ceremony. Also on Twitter, I think they're the same name. I think that's it for today. If you're watching on YouTube later, check me out. I think I'm going to try doing this every Thursday at 7, starting next week, which is the first week of the year. Again, I think each episode will be very much shorter than this. I've had my little fella there the whole time. But his mouth's not. There we go. It'd be great if people could watch, because then they can help me out with the prompts and whatever. I'll talk about more how I've hacked the game to not be solo and to be streamy. That's it. Thanks for watching. Wish me luck in doing this. I'm a bit nervous about it. But hopefully by this time next year I would have like a crap load of videos and this island will look nuts. Oh, there we go. Thanks for watching, everyone. I don't have a little song or anything, but yeah. See you next week.